So welcome everyone. So today's webinar is about the RDV Forum CRIAQ 2021 and the way to submit a project idea for this RDV Forum occurrence. So this event is going to take place virtually. So we are going to have a full virtual setup, as you can see on your screen. This would enable some features that we didn't have in an in-person format to take place, but also it means that there are some adjustments to make regarding the project ideas and the pitches, like some of you may know from before. So we are going to talk about what are the new features and also the adjustment that we need to make. So basically what you see on your screen right now would be like kind of the welcome page or the whole of the virtual event center. And you are going to be able to access the project session and some sponsor booth and some masterclass on this page, but I'm going to talk about it a little bit more after. So what are the steps, the program for today's webinar? So first of all, we want to do a little reminder about what is the mission of CRIAQ and therefore the context of the RDV Forum, the objective for this occurrence of the forum, and also what is a CRIAQ project idea. After that, we are going to say a little bit more about this venue, the special event for next year, 2021, what is special about it. We are going to linger a little bit on how to submit your ideas, how the pitches are going to take place, what are going to be the features during the event, and the next step after when your idea is actually taking off to be a full-blown project. So first of all, about the event. So the theme of the event, as you have seen on many of our communication, is Raise the Future. We have many challenges. I mean, the aerospace industry had some challenges prior the transition to make prior to the COVID pandemic. But with the COVID crisis, we have even more challenges. And so we need to raise up to the challenge. And so like 2021 themes for the RDV Forum is really up to date and in line with the current events. The specific topics technology-wise that we are going to look at are digital aviation, future air mobility, and sustainable aerospace. So basically, what are the participants' objectives when they join the RDV Forum? First of all, they want to get acquainted and to be able to meet and discuss with all the innovators from the Canadian, Quebec, and even international partners, aerospace ecosystems. They might want to, on top of that, to pitch an idea of a challenge or a technology opportunity that they have to meet their future partners. So as I said, they might want to present a project idea, or they might join a project idea that is presented. For this specific occurrence, they might want to listen to keynote innovators because the virtual setup is going to enable more of those. And last but not least, they want to discover the tools to support the setup of the project and maybe to fund the project in the end too. So coming back a little bit to what is a CRIAQ project. So a CRIAQ project is a collaborative one. Coming back to CRIAQ's mission, we are looking to steer innovation through collaborative R&D. So it's very important to remind that any project that we are going to support is presenting a technological risk, and the project is delivered by at least 2 industry partners and 1 academic research center or college partner. And those partners, they get together to because there is a technological risk, they get together to share the financial burden of the project. They get together to de-risk the technology, like acknowledging that they don't have all the expertise in-house, and that the fact that they get together with other partners will enable them to get where they want to get, and also faster joining expertise. And also they want to potentially, in the end, commercialize and access a market together. To help them do that, CRIAQ is here to support them strategically at project planning, offering some tools, some support, and also if the project is fits into one of the program streams that CRIAQ is managing, then CRIAQ can also support the project, the funding of the project, and afterward, the visibility, the promotion, and to make sure that the technology that is developed get the full access to market that she deserves. Okay, so back to the event now. So this occurrence is going to be very special because instead of being over 1 or 2 days, it's going to be over 4 days. So from the 16th to the 19th of February 2021, and it's going to be on half days. This would enable, we hope, more participation because of the flexibility it offers, that for the people to attend meetings or to deliver other usual job business on the other half day that the event is not happening on. So we expect more than 700 participants. I would say that we expect even more because I think that the virtual setup is going to enable many people from outside of Quebec and abroad, our special partners from Europe or Asia to participate. So I think without traveling, of course, so I think that we are going to expect even more than 700 participants, and we are very happy about that. As I said earlier, you are going to have more occasion to connect and chat with the project presenters, because there is going to be 2 project presenters at the booth. I'm going to talk about it later also. And also because there are going to be B2B meeting, chat session. So this is going to be very, very cool for you to have access to all people attending the event. And also you are going to be able to talk with the keynotes and the speakers. So a quick overview of the program, and I want to say this is just to show you a little bit how it's going to work, and I don't want you to think this is like settled in concrete. It could move a little bit, but just for you to have an idea of how it's going to unfold. So the event is going to be open on the Tuesday, February 16 on the afternoon. So this is the only afternoon that when the project, the event, sorry, is going to take place. After that, it's only mornings. So with only keynotes and big keynotes, and also the introduction of the sponsor booth, and they could offer some masterclass. So it's very interesting to keep tuned to what is going to be offered on that day. So the 3 days after the project pitch sessions are going to take place. So like the way you know them, for those of you who participated in RDV Forum before, it's very similar. The project ideas are going to be presented in the morning, and after that, the booth related to those project ideas are going to be open for you to be able to talk with the presenters, or for you to be able to talk to your future partners if you are presenting a project. There is going to be a trend for each one of the days, meaning that the project ideas are not going to be, and this is important, for one organization submitting various projects, your projects are not going to be presented on the same day. Two reasons for that. First, the thematic day. So the first day is going to be autonomy. The second day is going to be artificial intelligence and digital aerospace. And the third day is going to be about sustainable aviation. And so basically, because of the themes of the project, your project are going to be spread, but also because, as I said earlier, you need 2 people on the booth. So it allows you to really have a booth each day that is with a limited number of projects, because otherwise the participant at the booth would be overwhelmed by the solicitations. And of course, because it's a virtual setup, some events, some, as I said, masterclass, talk are going to be accessible over the full 4 days that the platform is going to be opened. So now to the main object of today's presentation, how to submit an idea. First, who can submit an idea? It's very important. Only a private for-profit organization can submit a project. So universities, research centers, and colleges, they can still have an idea, but they need to find an industry sponsor to present it on their behalf. So they cannot be the ones submitting the project ideas on the platform. They need to be to have an industry sponsor to do it. They don't need to be a member. Of course, we do not require from abroad participant, for example, to be members of CRIAQ. So they don't need to be a member. This is not a requirement, but they do need to be a for-profit organization. How they can submit a project. So bear with me, I might have to change the screen to make sure you get a view. Okay. So this is the online form for you to access the form. You need to go on the RDV Forum website, and then you are going to access this form that you can fill in by steps. So it's really easy. And what is important to know is that you are going to fill this form, and only this form. You won't need to prepare a presentation. So this is important, because usually you have to prepare a presentation. This year, the presentation is going to be prepared for you by CRIAQ. So back to the main presentation. Okay, so if, as I said before, the form that I just displayed on the screen is on the RDV Forum website that you can access. It's very easy to find, actually. Here, as you can see, the website is www.criaq.io RDV Forum 2020-2021, and if you just type RDV Forum 2021, you are going to find it on Google pretty easy. And the online form, you can find it on the section project ideas in this page. So what is going to happen after you submit your form? So basically, the form is going to be reviewed by CRIAQ. So it must fit the eligibility criteria that I stated before, but on top of that, we may add other criteria, mainly for logistic purpose, because again, we expect many participants, we expect many project ideas, and therefore we may need to do a selection to make sure that every organization has the opportunity to at least pitch one of the project ideas. Oh. Okay. Also, if your project ideas is selected, you are going to be invited to record your project pitch on either December 7th, December 8th, or December 9th. So it's really important because the recordings are going to take place only on those slots. So you may save the date already as of now. It's going to take like between 15 minutes or 20 minutes of your time, and it's going to be planned by the CRIAQ event and communication team. Your ideas are going to be presented in a semi-live format. What does that mean? Basically, it means that yes, it's recorded, but no, it won't be available for participants to access it prior to the event or after the event. So it's only going to be broadcasted live on the project session where your project is going to fit according to its topics. It's going to be displayed, broadcasted only on this day, and it won't be available before or after. So this is very important for you to know. And again, for your organization, on the day when your project pitch is going to be presented, your virtual project booth is going to be opened, and we need at least 2 participants from your organization to be present on the booth. One would have a scheduled like meeting, like on a kind of a B2B platform, organized at the booth from 10:30 to noon, and the other one would be able to chat with anyone coming in, like without a meeting, basically. So it's very important to have 2 participants, and it's mandatory that the booth be open with those 2 participants from 10:30 to noon, but it could remain open after that. Just if you decide to leave the booth after that, afternoon, just put a message to let the people know that there is nobody, or there is only 1 person at the booth, and that they need to potentially wait a little bit to get in contact with you, or that you are going to get in contact with them after. So what basically the form that I showed you earlier, you have to fill some information, but it's pretty lean. So you need to have the project acronym. So a little bit of information about that. Remind that the project acronym is what is going to be displayed on the website, on the platform for your project booth, and after that on the community, the Arrow collaboration platform, for you to be able to continue the discussions about your project. So it's very important that your acronym is catchy, I would say, and also that it reflects a little bit the topic of your project. It needs to explain the CRIAQ teams, and again, you can find the 8 CRIAQ research teams on the right. And also don't forget that for this occurrence, for this edition, the focus are digital aviation, digital aerospace, future air mobility, and sustainable aerospace and aviation. This is really important. Because again, it's not an eligibility criteria, but having to do a selection of the project, this is one aspect that CRIAQ is going to strongly take in account. So after the CRIAQ team, you need to estimate the project lead time, nothing set into concrete. You only need to make sure that, like, you state to the potential partner, is that a quick project that you need an issue to be resolved quickly, or is that a long-term, you want to train HQP project? So this, you know, it's not set into concrete, but you can give an idea of what you are expecting from the project to your partners based on the project duration. The research needs an objective, of course, the expertise you're looking for, the potential partners, and the maturity level, so that the people can assess the risks linked to the project. And very important, especially for this year's webinar, is the project open to international collaboration? So again, back to the review criteria, I'll talk about it in length before, so I won't go through the list here in detail, but there are eligibility criteria, there are quality criteria, and what is really important is that, as stated before, that you need to state what is the expertise you're looking for, and I need to emphasize that you are not pitching a service offer. So you should not, you must not, sorry, state only your expertise and state that you can do everything about the solution or the challenge that you are pitching. It won't make any sense. You need to be looking for external experts. Of course, this doesn't mean that you won't be able to state what is your expertise in the matter. I mean, if you are pitching the project, obviously your organization has an expertise about the specific challenge or the specific technology that you want to develop, and you want to state that, of course, but you should not state only that. I mean, you are pitching it to an open innovation forum where you are looking for partners. So it should be looking for external collaborators. Obviously, CRIAQ is an aerospace and aviation based consortium. So your project needs to fall under aeronautics, space, drone, or different type of aircrafts, airports, and aviation applications. This is a no-brainer, but I prefer to state it. So the ID recording, as I stated before, based on your form, if it's eligible and if it's selected, CRIAQ will prepare your presentation. Your presentation will be sent to you along with some suggestion slots to record your project pitch. And again, you only need an internet connection, a camera, a microphone, and a computer, basically, to link every item that I just listed. And so you need to be set up, and you will have only 15 minutes to reserve in your agenda to do the pitch. Obviously, the pitch won't last 15 minutes. It would be less than 5 minutes, but you know, our team is going to make sure that the setup is correct, the background, the image, the sound, everything. So this is why, and also for those of you who are able to, the presentation is going to take place in English and French. So this is why the slot is going to be 15 minutes. So again, the ideas are, the records that are going to be done in December are going to be only broadcasted live on the 3 days, so the 17th, the 18th, and the 19th of February of the events, and not before, not after. This is just a screenshot of what it's going to look like. So the booth. So for those of you who submitted, project ideas to the years of the forum before, this is going to be very easy because it does look like it would be in an in-person setup. So you are going to have a booth with 2 people from the organization standing. The only difference is that one of them is going to have B2B meetings that are planned, and you will be present virtually at your booth for a period of time, 10:30 to noon, and you are going to be able to network with the participant, and the participants are going to drop their business cards, virtual ones, but so for you to be able to continue the discussion with them, and for us to be able to follow up, to support you in following up with the partners, you are going to have the same feature as in an in-person setup for this. Just again, a quick overview of what it's going to look like, your virtual booth, and this is you on the booth. After that, you are going to have, like before, a project idea online space for you to be able to continue the discussion with the potential future partners. What is new is that the platform would be very user-friendly compared to what we had before. We are launching a new platform, a new community for you to be able to discuss about the project ideas more easily. So you are going to manage your own space setup. This is going to be actually, if you are interested, for those of you who are members of CRIAQ, this is going to be showcased to the members on December 10th. We have an RDV Réseau, RDV Network event, and the new platform for the project ideas, which is not only about the forum, so this is why we present it to the RDV Réseau, is going to be demonstrated at this occasion. So basically, when you have found your partners either during the RDV Forum or on the project space afterwards on Aero Collaboration, you are going to align the project, and maybe you are going to want to align it to one of the streams CRIAQ is offering. I'm going to present them after. And you are going to want to present a letter of intent, and based on this, CRIAQ is going to assess if your project is aligned on one of the program streams that we have, and support you in presenting a project, a full proposal to CRIAQ, if selected and if eligible, of course. After that, we do provide the evaluation, and after the evaluation, you might have another evaluation if the project is co-funded by NSERC or by CRIAQ, for example. And then we support the team in setting up the project agreement, either a project CRIAQ generic agreement. So in this case, it would be prepared by CRIAQ, or CRIAQ supports the team in building up its own project agreement. And then CRIAQ offer promotion and visibility for the project launch. And we also follow up on the project reporting and on the results if we have, again, all the project presenters and the project leaders are great innovators. And so if we can promote some results, along the way, some great milestone achieved on the benefit of the innovation aerospace ecosystem, we would be very glad to do it. So as I said, when you are ready to submit a letter of intent, when you have all the partner, the expertise on your project, and that you're ready to potentially request public funding support for your project, then we are going to see if your project is aligned on one of the streams that we have for submitting a project idea. Submitting a project, not a project idea, sorry. It's the RDV Forum, which is about project ideas. And so it's exploring innovation for projects that are a pre-competitive project led by university, college, and or research centers, and maturing innovation projects for projects that are led by SMEs based on demonstration of a technology or a product or service prior to its commercialization. And those streams, they are like ruled, I would say, but there are some specific milestones which we call call for projects that enable us to receive ideas according to some topics. For example, here you can see that we had the GHG reduction call for project, and also that we had the international, artificial intelligence, sorry, call for project, and international one. We hope that it's going to be open soon, and usually it's open once a year. So this is very interesting for the international project that we stated before. In the maturing innovation stream, we have the AirPass call, for example, but also the artificial intelligence that are open right now, for example. So we have those specific milestones, and we don't know for sure what are the calls that are going to be open for upcoming year, but what is important for you to know is that we have some calls that we've seen for 2 or 3 years in a row now, so we are expecting them for next year too. But some other calls on top of them could happen also. So what is really important as of now? You want to submit a project idea. Now I hope that you know the steps to do so, but you need to be registered. This is very important because CRIAQ is going to evaluate the eligibility of your project idea, and to pitch a project idea, sorry, you need to be registered to the event. So I guess that's the first step for you to go through. You need to register for the event. And this year, I'm just going to show you the page quickly. Bear with me up. Okay, so this year, because of the virtual setup, the fee to access the forum is even lower than before, so you don't have any excuse. You can register as of now. You see here the fee for the members, and here the fee for the non-members. And so, yeah, the first step you can go through is to register for the event, and then you can submit an idea by the way of the form that I showed you earlier. So that's it for me. Thank you everyone for participating to the webinar. And now if you have some question, this is the time to ask them through the Q&A or chat section. And obviously, if you have any question after that, this webinar is going to be available online. And also it's going to be available, the team is going to be available to answer any of your questions that you may have. So thank you very much. Have a good day.